Good afternoon, good evening, Lima Warriors fans. It is a beautiful sunny day here at Allen East. Goodwin Field will be the home for the next chapter in this heated rivalry as the Lima Warriors look to continue their winning ways against their rival, the Flag City Phantoms. Welcome to another evening of Lima Warriors football. We're so glad you were able to join us today. The Flag City Phantoms will receive the opening kickoff. As you can see, your Warriors wearing the white threads this evening, brought to you by Trinity Trifecta. Of course, the Phantoms rocking those gray and orange uniforms with the purple helmets. Warriors looking to defend home turf after a win last week, 18-8 over the Stark County Wolfpack. We'll see if the Warriors are able to continue this win streak against their bitter rivals. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our wonderful sponsors, who we will introduce you to in just a moment as the tee is set. Both teams appear to be ready, and we're going to have Players Football Association action coming up any second as Loon Sanchez sets up for the kick, and it's an onside kick. Appears to be recovered by the Warriors. And what a great start for Lima. Onside kick recovered by number 38, Aaron Reed. A great onside kick by number 16, Donovan Loon Sanchez. As the Warriors will now get an opportunity to jumpstart this game, as they've got incredible field position to start this one. Ball on their own 45-yard line. We'll get a first look at the Warrior offense tonight as Damon Connerton Yates takes the play into the huddle. We've got wide receiver number 9, Twig Johnson. I also see John Savoy out there with number 13, Ricky Nelson. Here we go. It's going to be a handoff. Stopped for a loss on that play. And that will make it second and long. Oh, looks like they actually gained a yard there. So with the forward momentum, that makes it 2nd and 9. Warriors in the pistol formation. Going to be a pass, and that pass is completed. A great play to get things going on 2nd and long as Connerton Yates connects with Nelson on that one. And that will move the chains for a Lima Warriors first down. We'll see the Warriors can keep the momentum rolling here. They've got 2 receivers to their left. Nelson to the right, again in this pistol formation. This time it's a handoff to the fullback who's going to power through, get about 5 yards on the carry. And that is Dakari Adams on the carry. An impact player for this Warriors defense as well. It'll be interesting to see how these early touches will impact him if he's playing on both sides of the ball tonight. We've got, again, the pistol formation, this time with Adams to the quarterback's right. We're going to pass here, dropping back, looking left, going to throw that one up, and it is incomplete. Intended for number 9, Twig Johnson. John Savoy also in the vicinity, as that will make it 3rd down, and there is a flag on the play. So we'll wait to see what the officials have to say about this one. Well, it appears to have been a hold on the play, so that's going to make it 3rd and long. Forgive me, that's going to make it 2nd down and long with the penalty. So another crack at it here on 2nd down for the Warrior offense. Ball on the Phantom 42-yard line. This time, 2 receivers to the right. Twig Johnson by himself out there. Spread wide to the left. It's going to be a snap. This is going to be a pitch out to the left, and got maybe some blockers. No. As number 3, Q Von Henry tries to turn the corner, he is met by a handful of Phantoms. Number 2, Jamarian Hutchins in there for the Phantoms, as well as a couple of his teammates. Now we face 3rd and long for Lima. Tonight's game, of course, brought to you by our wonderful sponsors, Wilson Footballs, RTA Transport, Frickers of Lima, Josh's Under 10 Dealership, Audacity Entertainment, and Todd Sturgeon Photography, as well as this broadcast, which is brought to you by Carnage Media at carnagemediappv.com. So big 3rd down here for the Warriors. 3 receivers to the right. Yates drops back, looking right, going to have to step up, and is sacked. Number 00, Ben Kershaw. Looked like number 10, Devontae Farmer may have been in there as well. That's going to make it 4th and long for the Warriors, as we see the punt team come out. So unfortunately, holding penalty slowed down the momentum on that first drive, and Lima unable to capitalize off of the onside kick recovery that got us started. And of course, Phantom sideline calling out, watch for the fake. They don't want to be caught sleeping again. Low snap here, but Sanchez is able to get the kick off. And that one is going to go all the way back and roll inside the 5-yard line. Finally down at what looks like the 3-yard line. So a great punt. Well done by Donovan Sanchez to handle that snap, get the punt off, and it happens to fall right in that coffin corner. And after a friendly bouncer to the Phantoms will start their first drive of the evening on the shadow of their own goal line here with 97 yards to go for pay dirt. And we'll get the first look at tonight's Lima Warriors defense. As they will certainly look to take advantage of having the Phantoms pinned back this deeply into their own zone. Phantoms line up in the shotgun with 4 wide. There's a running back to the right of the quarterback. Takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Brought down quickly by a handful of Warriors. Looked like the first one to get in there was number 19, Torrance Smith. And that is a 2-yard gain. Running back number 6, Tevin Redmond on the carry. Brings up 2nd down. Flag City comes out in the same formation, this time with the running back to the quarterback's left. Hard count there. Quick pass out to the left is complete. Good for a few yards. Not quite enough for the first down, but Jordan Jackson with the good reception wrestled out of bounds for a 3rd and 1 here. First big test for the Warrior defense. And a hard count may have got him there. It's going to be a free play. Hits him quickly out on the screen. Pass is caught by number 5, Jordan Jackson. So Jackson gets the reception and the first down. It's going to be a first down either way, I believe, unless this is ruled a false start on Flag City. But from up here, it looked like the Warriors defense moved first. And the penalty was accepted. And that'll make it 1st and 10 for the Phantoms. Great job. Nice wherewithal there from the quarterback, Maurice Lovett Sr., to get that ball out quickly, knowing he had the free play. Either way, the result is a first down for the Phantoms. Lima potentially showing blitz here. No, they're going to drop back into coverage. Lovett looking to his right. He's got to move around. Going to dump that one off to his left. And now the running back looking to create something out of nothing here. Goes all the way to the other side of the field. Continue to cut up through and now has some blockers. And he's looking to make a play here. Going down to the 40, the 30. Is he going to score on this? Touchdown Phantoms. In an improbable play, to say the least. Just what an incredible effort. I think he ran about 150 yards when you add up the course correction, the change of direction. What an incredible play by the Phantoms, and that's going to make it 6-0 Flag City as we get set for the first point after of the evening. So tough break on that one for the Warriors. They were unable to corral the ball carrier after what looked like it was going to be a sack. Little emergency dump off to a playmaker goes a long way as the Phantoms take it all the way to the house. And now we will see the 2-point conversion attempt. Phantoms in the shotgun. Looking right, then looking left. Now he's going to roll, going to throw back across his body, and that is intercepted as the Warriors are able to stop the bleeding there. Number 22, Zamarian Allen with the interception on that 2-point conversion. So good recovery there after a bad play allows the long touchdown reception, or it may have actually officially been a touchdown run, but we see the Warrior defense bounce back, getting the interception on that 2-point conversion. So our score now with 8.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter is the Phantoms 6, Lima Warriors 0. Be sure to stick around for halftime this evening, as there will be some awards given out. The Players Football Association. We have both Phantoms and Warriors being honored during halftime. Of course, we thank you all for tuning in here on the Lima Warriors Facebook page. Be sure to give us a follow if you want to ensure that you never miss out on any of the action or updates regarding the Lima Warriors football team. Warriors have Vino Smith and Ace Henley back deep to return. Considering that Lima went the onside kick route to start things off, they also have number 00 Christian Clark up there, although he's trotted back a little bit. We'll see if it's the onside kick. No, it is a traditional kick, going to land right around the 23-yard line and roll out of bounds. So it'll be a flag on the play, and the Warriors offense will again have some pretty good field position to start this drive. Those of you just joining us, Warriors on their first drive recovered the opening kickoff as an onside kick. Had a nice first down completion to Ricky Nelson. Unfortunately, the momentum on that drive was killed by a holding call on a second down incompletion. And now the Warriors take another crack at it. So we see Johnson, Savoy, Christian Clark, and Nelson out there. Q-Von Henry, the running back, in motion. Takes the snap. Connerton Yates going to run this one up the middle. Design quarterback run. Good for about 5 yards. Connerton Yates, a playmaker with his feet big time. He's able to extend plays, but also does well on those designed runs. We've seen the Warriors quarterback room in general have some success with their legs throughout this season. But Connerton Yates is a playmaker. We'll see how that pays off throughout the game as we line up here for 2nd and 5. 3 receivers, now 4 with the running back Henry in motion. Goes quickly to his right. That's back to Nelson on the slant and incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5. That was a very similar play to the one that Yates and Nelson connected on in the game's opening drive. Be sure to head back here after the game to see all of the sideline photos taken by the great Todd Sturgeon of Todd Sturgeon Photography. And also give him a follow on Facebook. Reach out to him if you need photography on your next event. Here we go. 4 wide for the Warriors. Going to take the snap. And that's going to be a run by Henry. Great work up the middle. And big first down. Henry finding some running room up the middle. And the Warriors quickly back to the line. We're going to see him play with some tempo here. He takes the snap. He's going to drop back, looking left, stepping up into the pocket. Going to throw that one intended for number 1, John Savoy. That falls incomplete. And that'll make it 2nd and 10 for Lima. As Damon Connerton Yates brings the play in from the sideline. Beautiful day here at Goodwin Field. We originally thought we were getting rain. But so far, so good. Connerton Yates sets the defense, takes the snap. That's a handoff to Henry. Makes one cut and gets a few yards on the carry, so that's going to make it a 3rd down, a much more manageable 3rd down for the Warriors. Looks like about 3rd and 7. Twig Johnson, John Savoy on the left side, Clark and Nelson on the right. Yates takes the snap. He's going to throw that, and it is incomplete. Intended for number 9, Twig Johnson. Pass is deflected by number 16, Kayvon Bailey. There is a flag on the play. As the officials are going to have a conference here. I believe the call is going to be pass interference. We're just waiting to see who committed the offense. And it's ruled offensive pass interference. The penalty will be declined, and that's going to make it 4th and 7. Obviously, both coaches making their cases known. But the official call is pass interference on the offense, which, again, was declined. So big 4th down here. Warriors offense still on the field as of now. In Phantom territory. We may see them go for it here. Looks like running back number 29, Torian Lute, has checked into the game. And here we go. Warriors going for it on 4th. Clark and Nelson wide to the right. Savoy and Johnson to the left. Torian Lute in the backfield with quarterback Damon Connerton Yates. And we have a timeout as Flag City is going to take a look. That will be the Phantoms' first timeout of this half. With 6:34 remaining in the first quarter, it is Phantom 6, Warriors 0. So we have a big 4th down coming up. Once again, special thank you to Audacity Entertainment, handling the music here at Goodwin Field, as well as the PA announcing. We also want to thank Frickers of Lima, Josh's Under 10 dealership, RTA Transport, Wilson Footballs, Todd Sturgeon Photography, and of course, Carnage Media for providing us the equipment for today's broadcast. If you are a fan of combat sports, especially in the Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky area, be sure to follow Carnage Media on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel, where you can catch pay-per-view programming live and watch previous fights for free at youtube.com at Carnage Media PPV. But here we go. The other side of the timeout, big 4th down coming up for the Warrior offense. And there's a snap. Looking left is Yates, and that will be blown dead. Looked like Yates was looking for Twig Johnson, who was isolated on the left side. This game will have an official conference. And the call is encroachment. So the plot thickens here, folks. This will now make it a 4th and 2 or 3 after they walk off these 5 yards. We'll call that 4th and 2. This will really open up the playbook for Lima when it comes to what they could potentially call. We see number 6, Dakari Adams, check back into the game on offense, so don't be surprised to see his number called here. 4 receiver spread. It's going to be a quarterback option. Connerton Yates going to keep it himself. And first down, maybe. Looks like he slid right around the marker. First down is the call. Love the play call there. Dakari Adams did a good job as a lead blocker, and Yates got exactly what he needed to and slid down. That'll move the chains for a Warriors first down. First and 10 on the Phantom 41. Connerton Yates brings the offense to the line, takes a snap, going to be a play action, looking left, and that is caught by Twig Johnson.
That is caught by number 9, Twig Johnson. 6-yard gain.
So Connerton Yates completes that one to Twig Johnson for a 6-yard gain. Going to make it 2nd and 4. As the Warrior offense find a little momentum on this second drive. Savoy and Nelson to the right. Johnson to the left. Snap, that's a handoff to Adams, and he's got some running room. Takes a couple of Phantoms with him before he is corralled after a first down. A nice downhill run there from Adams. And the Warriors offense continues to march down the field. Now 1st and 10, knocking on the door of this red zone, ball at the 25-yard line. Three receivers to the right. Yates takes a snap. Going to be a handoff again to Adams, who will not stop churning forward. That was incredible. Took about half the Phantom defense to finally bring him down. Phantoms claiming they got that ball loose. As we see number 6, Tevin Redmond, had the ball there, but Adams was ruled down, and now we've got a 2nd and 3 coming up for Lima. As the Warriors finding something here with the running game. And Yates rolling, going to throw that one to the corner of the left side of the end zone. And that was intercepted in the end zone.
Pass is intercepted, number 16, Kayvon Bailey.
As Bailey comes down with it. And the Phantom defense bends but does not break with the big turnover there. Tough pass for Connerton Yates, rolling to his left, the right-handed quarterback. That's always a tough one. And now we'll get another look at the Warrior defense. One big broken play led to the Phantoms' first touchdown of the evening. A near sack turned into a mad dash to the end zone, but let's see how this second drive shapes up. Phantoms with 3 receivers, takes a snap, going to be a handoff. And he's corralled after a short game. Ball carrier number 22, Dion Conley.
3-yard gain. Second down.
That'll make it 2nd and 7. 2.5 minutes remaining here in our first quarter from Goodwin Field. As the Phantoms walk it back up to the line. Similar formation. Warriors with 1 safety back. Takes a snap. Play action. Incomplete. Looks like that quick hitter was intended for number 5, Jordan Jackson. And that'll make it 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down for the Warrior defense, looking to get off the field. As number 25, Joshua Wally, checks into the game. Checking in for Torrance Smith. Warriors would love a stop here, get the ball back to start the second period. Shotgun snap, looking left, going to dump that one off. Incomplete. That one intended for the running back, number 22, Dion Conley, unable to bring that one in, and now it will be 4th and 7. As Christian Clark will head back to receive this punt. Great work from the Warriors defense to get that drive over quickly. The offense had a lot of momentum going before that interception ended the drive. I wonder if we'll see a heavy dose of the running game that was having a lot of success there. With number 6, Dakari Adams, toting the rock. Clark's back around his own 40-yard line. There is the snap. The punt is a bit short. Going to bounce. Took its first bounce at the fringe of Phantom territory right there on their own 49. It goes out of bounds right at midfield. So the Warriors offense has had great starting field position so far in the first half, a trend that they can only hope will continue throughout this game. Let's see if they're able to capitalize and cash in this instance. Both drives have shown promise. A penalty stalled their first drive out, and of course, as they were banging on the door of the red zone, an interception in the end zone put that last drive to bed, but Warriors are back out now. 3 receivers to the left, Nelson out to the right, Torian Lute in the game at running back. Christian Clark in motion, Phantoms showing blitz. Looks like this one might be a free play. A little confusion amongst the trenches there as that pass is completed to Christian Clark. It looked like almost everyone was expecting some kind of whistle or flag on that one. But great field awareness by the Warrior offense, Connerton Yates. You play till the whistle, and that completion to Clark gets the Warriors a first down. So they get to line quickly. Play action looking right, and that is incomplete. Nelson, the intended receiver. I do like what I'm seeing with the Warriors playing with pace offensively. We've seen that work for them in the past, even dating back to last year. When they get into that no-huddle offense and they have a rhythm going, it has been successful in the past. So here we go, 2nd and 10. As looks like an audible coming in. Warriors going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Phantoms have one safety back deep, appear to be in man coverage. Takes a snap, going to be a handoff to Lute. Lute looking for a cutback lane, finds one, but is quickly corralled. Maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage on that one. So that'll make it 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. As we are now within the final minute of this first quarter. Two receivers on either side. Yates quickly taking the snap. Going to throw that one to his left. Intended for Twig Johnson. That'll fall incomplete. And that'll be 4th and 10. And they're right here in no man's land on their own 35. Likely too far for a realistic field goal attempt, but close enough where you wouldn't want to punt. So don't be surprised if we see the Warrior offense come out here on 4th and 10 on what should be the final play of the first quarter. We've got 20 seconds remaining before we flip sides. Goodwin Field, your home for all of the Lima Warriors home games. Beautiful, warm evening out here tonight. As the Warriors are set for this big 4th down. They've got 3 receivers to the right. Dakari Adams checked into the game at running back. Connerton Yates looking right initially, then started to look left, but he is brought down, sacked by number 8, Marquis Graham. And the Phantoms.
Tyrone Walker Jr. They turn a run down, Phantom ball at the 42-yard line.
And the Warriors, with that turnover, give the Phantoms the best field position they've had to start a drive this evening. And due to the turnover on downs, we will have one more play here in the first quarter. 14.8 seconds remaining on the clock. As the Phantoms come out with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right on the short side. Number 6, Redmond in the backfield with the quarterback. Lovett Sr. takes the snap. Pump fake, going to be a draw. And he's looking for some running room on the outside. Bounces that out, gets a couple of yards. And Redmond will run out of bounds. And that is going to end the first period here with the score after 1. The Flag City Phantoms 6, the Lima Warriors 0. And as the teams get ready to switch sides, we will, of course, give a shout-out to our wonderful sponsors here tonight, Wilson Footballs, RTA Transport, Frickers of Lima, Josh's Under 10 Dealership, Todd Sturgeon Photography, and Audacity Entertainment. This broadcast brought to you in part by Carnage Media Pay-Per-View, who has supplied us with the equipment for tonight's broadcast. So special thanks to them as well. I'm Kev Nevick. I'll be here calling all the action for you for the next 3 periods of Warriors football, as this rivalry game is still close after the first 15 minutes. We'll see if the Warriors can continue the momentum they put together last week with an 18-8 victory over the Stark County Wolfpack. After this period, when we hit halftime, we will have some awards brought to you by the Rundown. Both teams will be acknowledged, so make sure you stick around for that. As we are set to return to PFA action. Takes a snap, dropping back, looking left. That's going to be completed. Fighting for some extra yards. And that'll be about a 2-yard gain. Shannon Morris on the reception.
This brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Phantoms. Love it in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Redmond, the running back, to his right. Takes a snap, rolls to his right, and that's going to turn into an option play, and a halfback pass is complete. Kayvon Bailey on the reception. A little trickery there. As that well-run play leads to a first down by the Phantoms. Started as an option, turned into a halfback pass, which is good to get the Phantoms into Warrior territory with a fresh set of downs. Tight end number 33, Aaron Sanders, in the game for Flag City. Love it directing traffic. Takes a snap. Looking left, going to throw this one deep. And it is underthrown but caught, and the 2 defenders run into each other. That'll be a touchdown, Phantoms. No flags on the play that I can see. That touchdown will stand. Shannon Morris coming back to the ball, made a great play to get that touchdown, and that'll make it 12-0 in favor of the Phantoms. They went for 2 last time. I expect they will do the same here. What an incredible catch to come back to that one, and then an unfortunate break for the Warriors as the 2 defenders collide with each other, making it a free walk into the end zone. And here we go, the 2-point conversion attempt in a wildcat formation here, and they are going to run this one and powers through. Redmond converts the 2-pointer, so that'll make it 14-0 in favor of the Phantoms. As the Warrior offense will need to get some points on the board, and they've got 13 minutes remaining in the second quarter. So 14-0 now on the back of 2 big plays for this Phantom offense. The first one was a check down by Lovett Sr. as he avoided a sack in the first period, turned into a Devin Hester-esque run of about 80 yards. And then, of course, we just had that deep touchdown pass. So let's see if the Warriors offense, who's seen its own share of success early in the first half, let's see if they are able to finish this drive and get some points on the board. It seems to me they've been stalling out right around that 30, 35-yard line. Had a drive end at the 25, so they're moving the ball, but have so far been unable to put points on the board. We'll see if that changes here as the Phantoms are set for this kickoff. Kick is up. A bit of a line driver. It is corralled and with some room to run here. Oh, a great tackle. Samarian Allen had a lot of running to do to catch that one. It was a great effort to make the catch. But Randall Allen in gray with a very good tackle to keep that one from getting any further. And although it's still good field position, this is probably the furthest back that the Warriors offense has started a drive with the ball on their 32-yard line. Looking to answer that last Phantom touchdown and get this back to a one-score game. Here we see the pistol formation. Adams as the fullback, and he'll get the ball. Nope, that is a play action, and it's turned into an option play as Yates pitched to Henry, but not much doing there. Kevon Henry tried to cut back, and it just looked like the Phantoms had everything stopped up there. Great action on that read option. But unfortunately, the defense stayed home, and they were not able to create any space on that run. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Adams staying in the game at fullback. Henry behind the quarterback. Twig Johnson isolated on the left side. Savoy and Nelson. Connerton Yates sees something. He's changing the play at the line. Takes a snap, looking left. He's going to throw that one. Incomplete. Intended for number 9, Twig Johnson. As that'll make it 3rd and 11 for Lima. Warriors break the huddle, 3rd and 11. And it looks like there is a penalty here. I believe this is going to be on the Warriors. At least the claim is that they broke the huddle with 12 players. Still waiting. Is it an official's timeout? Well, we've got a stoppage in play here. I saw a penalty flag. I don't know if maybe it was waved off or if the officials are discussing it right now. But either way, we have a timeout. Gives the Warriors a chance to draw something up here on this 3rd and long. So we have a meeting of the minds. I believe the claim was too many men on the field for the Warrior offense. Although it looks like we're running it back on a 3rd and 11. So here we go. Back to the action. Warriors have 2 running backs sharing the backfield with Carlton Yates, who's rolling to his left. He's going to set up and throw deep down the field. Incomplete. There is a flag in the backfield. Looks like it might have been roughing the passer. At least it's in that territory. And that is the call, roughing the passer on the Phantom. So that's a huge break for the Warrior offense, as that will be an automatic first down and a 15-yard penalty. So they are marching that off. And unfortunately, we have an injured Phantom in the defensive secondary. So we're going to have an official's timeout. Hopefully the injured player is okay. The trainer is going to take a look at him right now. The new line of scrimmage will be just inside the Warriors 45. And good news, number 16, Kayvon Bailey is the injured player. He is up on his feet, walking off on his own power. Little bit of a limp there as he exits the field, but great sign there. Hopefully it's nothing serious. And now they are set on the ball here for a 1st and 10. Snap to Yates. Going to be a handoff to Adams. And he is stopped before he can get going. That will be a loss of 1, it looked like. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll be 2nd and 10, as it is ruled a no gain on the play. 11 minutes remaining here in our first half. Coming to you live from Goodwin Field at Allen East. A beautiful night for football. As the Warriors get set, we've got Twig Johnson wide to the left. 2 running backs again, with Connerton Yates in that shotgun formation. He's got Savoy and Nelson to his right. Potential blitz coming from the Phantoms. No play action. Looking right down the sideline. And that is caught by Ricky Nelson. First down, Warriors at the 22-yard line. Ricky Nelson with the great play off the deep ball from Damon Connerton Yates, and the Warriors offense is back in business. They will now have 1st and 10 from the 22. Yates hit Nelson on the deep ball, and now we'll see what the Warriors turn to. 1st and 10 from the 22. Going to stick with that same formation from the last play. Takes a snap, hand off to Henry. He's going to cut back, look for some running room. Not much to be found. Gets about a yard.
1 yard carry on the play. Number 3, Kayvon Henry. 2nd down.
So that'll be about 2nd and 8. 2nd and 9 as the ball is on the 21-yard line. Warriors would love to put some points on the board this drive. Cut this to a 1-score game. This has been about the area of the field where their previous drives have stalled out. Number 29, Torian Lute has checked in for Henry at running back. Oh, snap was fumbled, picked up by Lute. Heads up play. as he turns a potential disaster into a 1-yard gain. So certainly could have been worse. And the Warriors will reset now for a big third down. I imagine they are in 4-down territory at this moment. Takes a snap, rolling, looking to his left. Yates still got the ball, going to throw this one for the back corner of the end zone. Incomplete as he was hit while he threw. And that sets up 4th and 8 for Lima. So we see Christian Clark checking into the game. Looks like they're going to potentially go with a 4-wide set here as Clark checks in for Dakari Adams. Ball close to the right hash. We'll see how this formation spread things out. Okay, they're going with 2 receivers on each side. Lute lined up on the left, and someone moved early. And unfortunately, that is a false start, Lima. So this is going to become a 4th and 12, 4th and 13 now. And that is not what they needed in this moment. So we got Johnson and Clark to the left, Savoy and Nelson to the right, Torian Lute in the backfield with quarterback Damon Connerton Yates. Takes a snap, drops back, looking right, now looks left, back to the right, got to step up and throw this one over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Ricky Nelson, who wants a flag, it looks like. He's calling for defensive pass interference. Like a couple of players got their hands on that ball. Bit of a tip drill at the end of that play. But no penalties on the turf, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Phantom offense will come out with 8:04 remaining in the second quarter. So there you see the score, 14-0. Phantoms looking to add more points to this lead before halftime, as the Warriors will get the ball to start the second half. Those of you just joining us, the Warriors began the game with an onside kick that was recovered. Unfortunately, a penalty stalled out that first drive. They were not able to capitalize with points. And it's been 2 big plays from the Phantoms that have been so far the difference in this game. Two receivers to the quarterback's right. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle. Three different Warriors combining on that tackle. Number 45, Alex McCoy was in there. Number 19, Torrance Smith was in there. And that'll make it about 2nd and 7 for the Phantoms. Phantoms come out now with 2 receivers. No, 3. The tight end looking there on the right. Running back to the quarterback's left. Takes a snap. He's looking left. Intended for number 15 on the slant. That was Josh Condon Jr., the intended receiver. Looked like there may have been a bit of a miscommunication between quarterback and receiver. The ball was behind the receiver, but it also looked like he was mid-route, maybe wasn't necessarily ready for that one to come his way. Either way, the Warriors will take it, as that makes it 3rd and long here with 7 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Tight end Sanders split out wide for the Phantoms. They've got 4 wide here. Takes a snap, looking left, fires that one. That one's too high for Condon Jr. And that'll make it 4th and 7 for the Phantoms deep in their own territory. So I imagine we will be seeing the punt team. Great job by the Warrior defense to hold tight, keep this score right where it is, and give their offense a chance to cut this lead back to 1 score. Samarian Allen back deep to return. He's got Christian Clark back there with him as well. Snap to the punter. A little pressure there, almost blocked. And that one will take a Warrior bounce, and it'll be downed right at the 42 by Morris.
Warriors will have the ball near the 42-yard line to begin their drive. With 6 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in our second quarter.
Well, the Warrior defense did their part, getting the quick stop. And the friendly bounce on the punt gives this offense great starting field position once again. Starting on their own 42, I see Dakari Adams in the huddle, Torian Lute. We got Nelson, Savoy, Twig Johnson. Number 33, Jay Hershey checked into the game as well. And we've got 2 running backs back there with Yates. Looking left, looks to his right, going to throw that one deep. Oh! Pass is incomplete, intended for John Savoy. Apologies for the jerky camera work on that one, but that will be 2nd down for Lima. Warriors come back in the same formation. Takes a snap. Going to be a handoff to Adams, who again forces his way through the first tackle or 2. Able to get a few yards on that one. I tell you, he is one tough guy to bring down. And that'll make this 3rd down attempt a little more manageable for the Warriors. We've got 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Yates takes a snap, going to hand this one off to Lute. Got Adams as a lead blocker, but the Phantom defense does its job and holds. That is a short gain, maybe a yard. It's going to make it 4th and 5 here. Warriors offense huddled up near the sideline. Right here at midfield, I could see the Warriors going for it. Not sure if a timeout has been called. Looks like there was a timeout, Warriors, as they are going to talk it over here, which on 4th and 5 leads me to believe that we will be seeing the offense come back out. Tough spot to be in. 4th and 5 right near midfield. Obviously, you'd love to get some points on the board. You get the ball back at half, but there are 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this half. So if you don't get it, you run the risk of giving your opponent a very short field with the opportunity to make this a 3-score lead before you get the ball back in the second half. So big play here for the Warrior offense. They need to convert this, or at the very least, avoid a sack. As we see, Johnson and Clark are out wide to the top of your screen. Nelson and Savoy on the right side near the bottom of your screen. And you've got Torian Lute there in the backfield with the quarterback, Damon Connerton Yates. Warriors have 1 timeout remaining. Phantoms have 1 safety back deep. Here we go, 4th and 5, big play for the Warriors. Yates looking left. He's going to throw this one, and it is incomplete, intended for Twig Johnson on the left sideline. That would have been a first down, but they were unable to connect, and now the Phantoms will be licking their chops to add more points to this lead with 5 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the first half. Warriors will call on their defense once again to try to keep the Phantoms in check. They've done a good job of that the last few drives. And in general, although there have been 2 big plays, each of them going for touchdowns, which is where we get the 14-point differential right now. Flag City breaks the huddle. Two receivers to the left. Redmond, the running back. Man in motion is Jackson. Takes snap. It's going to be a handoff to Redmond, looking for some room. And he is corralled by multiple Warriors. Dre Riley in the mix. Torrance Smith in the mix. Dre looks like he's talking to the official about something. Might be making a case for a hold. Maybe he's striking a pose. I don't know. Here we go. Second down. Warriors got a lot of men in the box here. Vino drops back deep. Looks like they may have got him. Quick hitter to the right. Lovett Sr. connects on the pass to Morris. It looked like the hard count from Lovett Sr. caused someone to jump. And I believe that penalty is going to be declined based on the yardage. But I have not seen that signal yet. Penalty is declined. Okay, there we go.
Penalties. It is third down.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 2 right here. Big stop needed for the Warrior defense as we are closing in on the 4-minute mark of the first half. Lovett Sr. and Redmond in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 1 on the short side. Lovett's looking left, and he's going deep with this one. Incomplete, intended for Jordan Jackson, who wants a flag. It was James Reynolds in coverage. And the officials conferring here. I don't know what to think about that call. You may be able to hear. Okay, the flag was waved. you may be able to hear what the home fans think of that call. It looked to me like maybe some feet got tangled. I did not see intentional contact. But always tough in those bang-bang situations. And now there is a flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct called on number 33. That is tight end Aaron Sanders. That one will certainly frustrate you on the offensive side of things. You don't get the call you want. And then you get the 15-yard penalty to boot. But Warriors fans are loving it. You can see Jackson there pleading his case, saying he got tripped. But the call stands. No pass interference on Reynolds. And now, after the unsportsmanlike conduct, it's going to be 4th and long. Now the Warrior defense with a chance to make a big play and get the ball back to their offense with a ton of momentum. We've still got some conversation going. Sorry, folks. We're trying to figure out what's going on here as the officials, I believe, may be ejecting someone on the Phantom sideline. And that appears to be the case. Tight end 33, Aaron Sanders, has been ejected. As from what I could tell, obviously Sanders was the one who got the unsportsmanlike conduct, expressing his frustration to his teammates on the sideline. And I don't know exactly what was said, but the officials have decided to eject him from the game. So a crazy last couple of minutes here. But now that we are reset, it's going to be 4th and long. Lovett Sr. in the shotgun. He's going to punt this. And that is a great kick if they're able to get to it. Morris looking to pin this one down. And what a play. Lovett Sr. with the great punt out of the shotgun formation. What an incredible punt there after a couple of minutes of chaos on the field. We are reset now. 3 minutes, 55 seconds remaining, and the Warriors have the length of the field to get some points on the board before we hit halftime. Well, we told you at the onset, gang, that this is a heated rivalry. If it's your first time experiencing a Warriors Phantoms game, we just got a little taste of that heat. So now we've got the officials meeting.
Here's the official timeout.
We are almost set to resume action. Here at beautiful Goodwin Field. Of course, this game brought to you by Audacity Entertainment, Todd Sturgeon Photography, Wilson Footballs, RTA Transport, Frickers of Lima, and Josh's Under 10 Dealership. Here we go. We're back underway. Yates looking An interesting developing play there. Looked like he was feigning a quarterback run, looking for the quick hitter in the passing game, but that one falls incomplete, and it will be 2nd and 10. Warriors got the ball on their own 4. (14-0) Phantoms is our score. There are 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Warriors have 1 timeout left. They'll be looking for a big play to turn the field position here if they're going to get some points put on the board in this drive. Yates sends Henry in motion. He's now in the slot. Going to look for that quick hitter. Pump fake. Going to throw that one deep and intercepted. As that ball was a little too deep for the intended receiver. Intercepted by number 14, Lamarian Hutchins. And now the Phantoms have a chance to add to their lead with this incredible field position off of that turnover. Three minutes, 43 seconds left in the second period. It looks like the ball is going to be spotted inside the 20. No, they're walking it back. Must have been a hold on the return as the ball gets moved back to the 42-yard line of Lima. So that gives the defense a little room here, as it looked like for a second the Phantoms might be starting in the Warrior red zone. That is not the case. Phantoms head to the line, ready to start this drive. Love it. Takes snap, hand to the running back. He's got some room to the right, looking to turn that corner, cuts back. Great job by Christian Clark with that first attempt. Cut down the runner at the ankles there. Looked like that was number 30, Kevin McLemore, that finished that tackle. Good carry on the play by Dion Conley. But Clark and McLemore kept that one from being a much bigger play than it could have been. As the Phantoms line up, 2 receivers to the left. Warriors show blitz. And somebody moved. If it's not called in the trenches, it'll likely be a false start on number 5, Jackson. But it was offsides. So offsides for the Warriors. That's going to make this second down and short, which will really open the playbook up for the Phantoms. And the Phantoms are going to call a timeout here. So when they get back to the field, it's going to be second and short. Don't be surprised to see them take a shot here. They've got about 3 yards to get a first down and 3 downs to get it. So we might see something like a screen and go. Maybe they play action on a hitch or a slant and look at something over the top. Could see some play action. Heck, we've seen this team run a power option halfback pass. So I don't know that they'd go back to that specific play, but we could see them look deep here. It's a great situation to do so. If you are local to the Lima area, make sure you check out Frickers of Lima for some phenomenal chicken wings. Of course, tonight's Warriors all-white jerseys brought to you by Trinity Trifecta. Lovett Sr. in the shotgun. Takes a snap. It's a handoff. And look at that. Swallowed up immediately by number 6, Dakari Adams. Dakari Adams playing both ways tonight and having an impact in the running game. Both carrying the ball and, in this case, shutting down ball carriers. So that'll make it 3rd down for the Phantoms. As the Warriors really need this stop here. We are almost to the 2-minute warning. If they can keep the Phantoms out of the end zone, they would love to head into the locker room with just a 2-score deficit. Number 22, Conley in the backfield would love it. And there it is, the 2-minute warning. So both teams are going to get a minute to discuss this big 3rd down. Will the Warrior defense hold again and keep this score right where it's been for most of the second quarter? As Audacity Entertainment, Ethan, our wonderful PA announcer, just mentioned, stick around for halftime this week, folks, as we have the Rundown Awards brought to you by the Players Football Association. The award ceremony at halftime will honor both Phantoms and Warriors. We look forward to seeing that. And while you're here, make sure you are following the Lima Warriors Facebook page. If you're watching this in the future on Carnage Media's YouTube channel, please give us a subscribe. Maybe turn those notifications on as well so you never miss an upload. Special thank you to Wilson's Football's RTA Transport and Josh's Under 10 dealership, as well as the man, Todd Sturgeon Photography, taking all of the action shots on the sidelines. As the 2-minute warning has concluded, we are just about set for this big 3rd down, and here we go. 3rd and 7 for the Phantoms. Love it looking to the sideline, maybe changing the play. Takes a snap, dropping back, looking to his right, going to throw that one deep. 2 players in coverage. Oh, my goodness. Almost an incredible recovery and catch, but well defended by Zamarian Allen and Vino Smith. Some great coverage there. Oh, the receiver almost caught the ball off the initial deflection, which would have been a punch to the gut for the Lima faithful here watching the game tonight from Goodwin Field. But as it stands, it's a big 4th down. Flag City's offense staying on the field. There's 1 minute, 54 seconds remaining. As Lovett sends Jackson out to the right. He's got two receivers to the left, Conley in the backfield. Takes a snap, looking right, looking left. Got to tuck it and run. Still keeping his eyes down the field. Tried to get that one with his feet, but is forced out of bounds by McCoy. And that will be Warrior football on the turnover on downs. Alex McCoy with the big play, keeping Lovett from picking up that first down on the ground. And now it's decision time for the Warrior offense. Minute 46 seconds, one timeout remaining. I think you'll be pretty aggressive here, at least on first down. Probably first and second down. Really a worst case scenario for the Warriors right now would be two quick incompletions. You don't want to run the risk of giving the Phantoms another shot, but you don't want to be too passive here either. Still 2 minutes to go, one big play. You've got a chance to put points on the board. So we'll see how the Warrior offense handles this situation. Nelson to the right, two receivers to the left. Connerton looking that way. Now he's got to roll out. Kevon Henry has slipped out of the backfield. Maybe he'll be able to find him, and Yates has to throw that one away for second down. 96 seconds remaining in the first half. As the coverage by Flag City was great on that play. Got number 4, Porfirio Sutton, checked into the game for the Warriors at wide receiver. We've seen the Warriors move with some tempo earlier in the first half, so one would assume that upon a completion or a gain that they will be in no huddle territory. Kevon Henry in the backfield with Yates. Damon Connerton Yates, the quarterback. John Savoy there in the slot. Ricky Nelson out to his right. And Sutton, of course, isolated on the left. Yates is going to roll out to his right, looking deep. Going to throw this one incomplete. Intended for John Savoy. Two Phantoms in coverage on that play, including number 14, Hutchins. Third and 10 coming up for the Warriors. 1 minute, 29 seconds remaining. We'll see how aggressive they are here if they look to run out a little bit of the clock. Takes a snap. Looking downfield. Yates is going to have to escape. No, he will be sacked. That is number 16, Bailey, on the sack. And the Warriors will send their punt team out as the clock continues to tick away. We're approaching the 1 minute mark. And assuming the blocking holds here for the punt, maybe the sack, not the worst outcome. I think you could argue that a quick incompletion might have been a worse scenario for the Warriors, at least this way. The clock continues to run. And with a good punt here from Sanchez, the Phantoms will likely be willing to head into the locker room with a 2-score lead. So we'll see how many people they send. My guess is that the Phantoms would look to try to block this kick. But we've got a false start, so that's going to make things a little more interesting. That's going to back the Warriors up 5 more yards, and now Donovan Sanchez is going to be punting potentially from his own goal line. Still only 20 seconds remaining in the half.
false start on the Warriors. It is still 4th down.
So a lot riding on this punt play. Going to need to get this one out at least to around midfield. I think with a little bit of hang time, getting this punt to midfield will probably get us into halftime with the score being what it is. But let's see how this plays out as Sanchez takes a snap. Punt is away. And unfortunately, that one was a little short. And it looks like it goes out of bounds within the 30-yard line of Lima. So with 12 seconds left, the Phantoms are going to have one, if not two, shots at the end zone here. So bad break for Lima. Defense going to be called on again here to hold down the fort. Those of you just now joining us, only a few seconds remaining in the first half, but don't go away. We've got the Rundown Awards coming up here at halftime, as well as all of the second half action in this rivalry game between the Lima Warriors and the Flag City Phantoms. Looks like we're getting a clock adjustment here. I'll let you know what the... Looks like it's going to be 15 seconds remaining now. So, yes.
15 seconds on the clock. 1 moment for clock operator.
15 seconds. So, likely 2 plays here. Maybe they could get a third one. Warriors making a late substitution. Phantoms have a man in motion. And official timeout here is we're getting the scoreboard updated to 15 seconds. Looks like it is all set now, so play should resume here in just a moment. And the officials giving the signal, so here we go. 15 seconds until half. Phantoms have 3 receivers in the formation. Running back Redmond to Lovett's left. Man in motion. Takes a snap. He's looking left. Going to step up. Going to step into one. Fire it for the back corner of the end zone. And that is caught, but it's caught out of bounds. Incomplete. Great effort by Josh Condon Jr., but it was well covered by the Warriors, and he was not able to keep his feet in bounds. So now with 5 seconds remaining, the Phantoms are going to get one more shot at putting points on the board. See what the Warrior defense draws up for this situation. As the Phantoms walk up to the line. They are very tightly bunched near the line of scrimmage. Interesting formation given the circumstance, but clearly they're going to be looking to go one more time towards that end zone. Now pressure coming. He's going to throw that to his left. Completed pass, but that will end regulation here. Forgive me, that'll end our first half. As the pass was caught by Josh Condon Jr., but oh, forgive me, I believe that was ruled incomplete, but Here we go, folks. It is halftime. Flag City Phantoms with a 14-0 lead as we head to the locker room. I will be back with you at the start of the second half, but in the meantime, get ready for the Rundown Awards. We'll see you in the second half.
This next presentation is our 2025 Rundown Awards, powered by the PFA. Presented by Brian Meacham, Director of Media Development and co-host of the Rundown, and David Ladin, Director of Game Day Operations. For the Lima Warriors, our first award is the 2025 2A Defensive Player of the Year, Ethan Missamore. Ethan Missamore is also the 2025 2A Linebacker of the Year. Also for the Warriors, the 2025 2A Offensive Player of the Year, Devon Connerton Yates. Up next for the Lima Warriors, your 2025 2A 12th Man of the Year, Dakari Adams. Next is the 2025 2A Co-GM of the Year, Karen Esmond. And also Amanda Stevenson. Congratulations to all Lima Warriors staff and players for your 2025 Rundown Awards. Give a hand to the Rundown Award winners for the Lima Warriors. Up next, moving on to the Flag City Anthem. Your 2025 2A MVP, Devin Redmond. Devin Redmond is also your 2025 2A Defensive End of the Year. Up next for Flag City is your 2025 2A Rookie of the Year, Caleb Foltz. And now the 2025 2A Wide Receiver of the Year, Shannon Morris, who has had a busy night tonight. Up next for Flag City is your 2025 2A Defensive Back of the Year, DeAndre Pope. Accepting on DeAndre's behalf is Flag City Phantoms owner Aaron Sanders. And the 2025 2A Safety of the Year, Jaden Covington. Accepting on Jaden's behalf is also Flag City Phantoms owner Aaron Sanders. And lastly, 2025 2A 12th Man of the Year, Bashawn Brown. Congratulations to all 2025 award winners. Give them a round of applause, folks. Congratulations. Thank you.
And there you have it, folks, the 2025 Rundown Award winners. Congratulations to the members of both teams for their awards for last season. And we've got about 18 minutes remaining in halftime, so don't go too far. We will be right back very soon with the second half of the action. So go ahead and grab those refills, get your snacks ready, as when we return, it will be the Warriors receiving the second half kick. Once again, today's stream brought to you by Audacity Entertainment, Wilson Football's RTA Transport, Frickers of Lima, Josh's Under 10 Dealership, Todd Sturgeon Photography, and of course, Carnage Media Pay-Per-View. Kev Nevick here with you from the booth, and we will be back soon. The stream will stay on, and we'll see you in 17 minutes. Welcome back, Warriors fans, to the second half of action here tonight from Goodwin Field. The Lima Warriors are on the field ready to go. They are set to receive the second half kick. looking to cut into this 14-point Phantom lead. For those of you just joining us at the start of the second half, the game began with an onside kick by the Warriors kick team. That first drive stalled out, as has each of the first half drives for the Warriors. They were able to get into striking distance on almost every drive, getting into enemy territory, getting the ball down near the red zone. An unfortunate end zone interception cut one of their potential scoring drives short. And on the Phantom side of the ball, they've had two big plays that each turned into touchdowns. One on the ground on a broken play, nearly a sack that turned into a great dump off to the running back. And then, of course, Lovett Sr. connected on the deep pass in the second quarter for a touchdown. And that takes us to the 14-0 score we currently have, and both teams are ready. Let's get things going underway here in the second half. Kick fielded at around the 20-yard line by Vino Smith. He's got some room up the sideline, going to make a cut back and tackled right around midfield. So a good start to things for this Warrior offense, as their trend of good starting field position continues. We'll see if quarterback Damon Connerton Yates and the offense can capitalize and get some points out of this drive. Warriors break the huddle. No running back in the formation, as Kevon Henry checks in the game at wide receiver. Empty backfield. Nelson in motion. Yates takes a snap. That one goes awry, and he's got to collect himself, throw this pass. Intercepted. And that is a bad start to the game, to the half, forgive me, for the Warriors, as Connerton Yates trying to make the most out of a broken play, and it unfortunately leads to an interception. And the Phantom offense now comes onto the field looking to add to their first half lead. Tough break as the snap rolled around on the ground there for a second before Yates was able to corral it. Tried to make a play downfield, but unfortunately the ball found a defender. And just like that, it is Phantom's ball, and they have great field position, some of the best field position they've had to start a drive this game. Warriors defense, with the exception of those two big plays, has been up to the task for most of the first half. We'll see how they fare here as the first snap, the shotgun handoff to Redmond, who pushes his way forward for about 4 yards. Tevin Redmond, the ball carrier there, was awarded the 2A MVP for 2025 here at the Players Football Association. There are a number of players awarded on both teams, so that was a great sight to see. Takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Redmond again. Up the middle, makes a cut back, and is corralled right around the line to gain. I believe that is going to be a first down. And yes, we see the signal, move the chain, gang, on down. Couple of carries for Redmond turn into a first down. And now number 22, Dion Conley, checks into the game at running back. Love it scanning the defense. Takes a snap. This will be a handoff to Conley, who is immediately brought down by Torrance Smith. Great play by the linebacker to stop that play before it can really get started. A gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Flag City. It is a beautiful June evening here at Goodwin Field. We had some weather scares earlier in the day, but it looks like we are going to miss most of the bad weather. Slight chance for rain here in the second half. Warriors with 1 safety deep. That is Vino Smith. Phantoms in the shotgun. Takes a snap. It's a play action this time. Levitt's going to roll to his right, going to step up and throw over the middle. Incomplete. Great play there by Vino Smith. Aaron Reed also there in coverage, number 38. Great play by Smith on the ball there. It looked like Levitt was about to make something happen. Rolled out and stepped up into the pocket. Thought he had a man across the middle, but Vino Smith stepped up, got the deflection, and now it's 3rd and long. Warrior defense looking to continue their trend of holding this score right where it is. Conley still in the game at running back. Takes a snap, steps up, going to fire deep, and that is intercepted by Vino Smith. Makes a man miss. He's going to have some room to return here. Great block on the return and a huge hit. Big tackle. Dion Conley with the big tackle, but the much bigger play for the Warriors was that interception by number 2, Vino Smith. Absolutely incredible. And that could be the shot in the arm that this Warriors team needs. Great plays back to back there from Smith. So the Warrior offense takes over at the 33-yard line. They've got Twig Johnson and John Savoy out to the left. Christian Clark and Ricky Nelson bunched in close to the line of scrimmage on the right. That's Nelson, the man in motion. And it's going to be a pitch back to Nelson. He's going to roll back and now makes a few tacklers miss, and he's going to decide to tuck this one and run with it. And looked like the Warriors were setting up for some trickery there with Nelson going into motion. The option pitched it out to him. I think he was about to throw that. He's only wearing the one glove. Nelson is left-handed. Let's see what the penalty is on this one. And it looks like the call is a hold. It was somewhere upfield, though, as the ball is currently sitting on the 38-yard line.
That's why we're here to be on Flag City. That is a first down.
Okay, I stand corrected. They are going to get the yards, and it sounds like the penalty was on Flag City. So a great play there by Nelson to go ahead and tuck that one and run, showing off his athleticism. And now the Warriors have the ball in Phantom territory. Let's see what they do on this next play. It's a play action to Henry. Goes outside to the left. Connerton Yates connecting with John Savoy on the short out route. And that will be good for a first down. As we have an official timeout here, we got to get the chain gang reset. Let's give both teams a chance to talk things over as we see Connerton Yates talking to his teammates, first the linemen, now the skill players. Looks like we've got that sorted now. Okay, so it is actually second and short coming up, second and about 4. Henry in the backfield with Connerton Yates, Christian Clark set. He's your man in motion. Connerton Yates takes a snap, play action, going to have to roll out, maybe steps up into the pocket. He is sacked. And that is Redmond, Tevin Redmond on the sack. It's not every day you see the two-way combination of defensive lineman and running back, yet tonight we've got players on both teams doing that, Redmond and Dakari Adams. Of course, as I mentioned, Redmond, the PFA 2A MVP last season, and we saw some examples of that on the first drive with his 2 carries, and now we see the sack here on defense. An incredible weapon to have an athlete like that who can play in the trenches as well as be a skill player on offense. Phantom showing blitz here on 3rd and long. Connerton Yates directing traffic, takes the snap, looking left, looking right, going to throw to his right on the out route intended for Christian Clark. And that one will be incomplete, so that'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Warrior offense. Ball right at midfield. It sounds like the punt team will come out. So Donovan Sanchez will try to pin the Phantoms offense back deep. We want to thank you all for tuning in to Lima Warriors Football, Players Football Association here on the Lima Warriors Facebook page. Make sure you give the page a follow so you can stay up to date on everything going on in the world of the Warriors. 4th and 10, snap to Sanchez. Punt is up. It's a pretty good one, as this one's going to take a nice hop, and it's recovered. Flag on the play. Jackson trying to make a few men miss, successfully does before he is corralled at the 21. Ty Kuntz on the tackle there. And the Phantom offense gets ready to start another drive. Of course, that last drive ended on a pick by number 2, Vino Smith. This time, Phantom starting the drive just outside their own red zone with just under 10 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Phantom's got a tight end out wide to the right, 2 receivers to the left. That's going to be a handoff to Conley up the middle, breaks through the first tackle, but not quite as McLemore holds on. And Treshawn Bradley comes in there to help clean up the tackle. So that'll make it 2nd and about 7. Warriors coming out in the the Phantoms coming out in the same formation here with Conley in the backfield next to Levitt. Vino Smith, the deep safety for Lima. Blitz coming off the left side. Levitt's going to have to roll to his right. Going to throw this one on the run, and it is caught by Michael Lowell. Looks like that was Missamore coming off the edge for the Warriors. Lovett with the presence of mind to immediately roll out to his right, found his man Lowell for the big connection. And that'll make it 1st down, Phantoms in Warrior territory. So they push that one just across the 50-yard line. Three receivers out left. Lowell, the receiver to the right. Conley moves over to the left side as well. Snap to Lovett. Quick hitter looking for Jackson on the screen. He's got it. Got a couple of blockers. Now he's going to bounce it to the outside. Cuts back along the sideline and continues to move forward. Finally pushed out of bounds between the 30 and 35-yard line. Looks like the official mark is the 34. First, it looked like the Warriors might have had that screen pass bottled up, but a lot of patience by the receiver. Jackson waited for his blockers to get set up, found some space to maneuver along the sideline, and that's another big gain for the Phantoms. Phantoms line up with receivers bunched on the short side of the field, and of course the solo receiver there, Lowell, out to the right. See Vino Smith shading in that direction, but it'll be a handoff up the middle. And that one's finally blown dead. As Deion Conley kept his legs churning, gets about 5 yards. Going to be 2nd down and 5 now. Warriors defense looking to hold this lead right where it is at 14. Lovett takes a snap. Oh, that one gets through his hands, and he'll have to fall on it. And that's a huge break for the Warrior defense, as that's going to lose about 10 yards. It's going to make it 3rd down. Lost more than 10 yards on that one, I'd say. That's going to be 3rd and very long, as the Phantoms will need to get to the 24-yard line for a 1st down here. Ball placed on the 43. As we see, Redmond has checked back into the game at running back for Flag City. Man in motion. They fake the jet sweep to him. Pressure gets there. Dakari Adams gets there initially. Lovett buying some time. He's looking long down towards the end zone. Caught at the 10-yard line, and he may make it all the way into the end zone. He does. That is number 80, Shandon Morris, the receiver of the year in 2025 for the PFA, and he shows you right there exactly what made him an award-winning player last season, as he incredibly goes up and gets that one and scampers the rest of the way for a phantom touchdown. That's going to make it 20-0 in favor of Flag City. Flag City lineup for the 2-point conversion here. Lovett's holding on to the ball. He's going to look, fire left, incomplete. So he was looking for his receiver right there along the sidelines. And the lead will hold at 20-0 as with 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third, the Warriors return team will take the field. Looking to get some points on the board of their own. So that has been the story of the game today, folks. Warriors defense doing a good job on a lot of the plays, but there have been 3 big plays for this Phantom offense, all of which have wound up in the end zone. And that's been the difference tonight. Game, of course, brought to you by Wilson Football's Frickers of Lima, RTA Transport, Josh's Under 10 Dealership, Audacity Entertainment, Todd Sturgeon Photography, and Carnage Media Pay-Per-View, providing the equipment for tonight's broadcast. Players are set. Whistle has blown, and play will resume as soon as this kick is up and in the air. And that is an unfortunate break as Clark and Smith both went to catch that one. Looked like Clark caught it and then stepped out of bounds. And the Warriors will get it at the 20. It's unfortunate. That one may have been headed out of bounds on its own. But as we stand, it'll be 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Warrior offense with 80 yards to pay dirt. See if they're able to put a drive together. So far in the first half, getting yards wasn't the problem. It was finishing drives. And now, of course, their first drive in the second half ended with an interception. So they're looking to shake that from their minds and string together a few plays here, get some momentum back on their side. Connerton Yates in the shotgun. He's got Dakari Adams in there. Play action. Looks like he was looking short, and that one's intercepted. Goes deep for Twig Johnson. I don't know if the original intention for that play, it was play action to Dakari Adams. I think the play may have been meant to pop out to Christian Clark on that screen, but there was a defender there. Connerton Yates takes a shot downfield intended for Twig Johnson, and it was intercepted by number 14, Lamarian Hutchins, his second pick of the day. And the Warrior defense now has to come back out there, and they'll be looking for a turnover of their own to get the momentum back. And these plays will start to add up for the defense. A couple of very quick drives for the offense. Certainly ups the difficulty here for the defense, getting back out there off of a short rest. Phantoms come out with 4 wide. Redmond in the game at running back to the right of Lovett Sr. Snap, and it's a quick hitter to the outside. Nothing doing as the Warriors were all over that one. Pass completed to Jordan Jackson. But Ethan Missamore wraps him up for a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 12. Jackson in motion, play action. They're running an option here. Pitches it out to Jackson, and he is corralled. Ace Henley got there first, and Dre Riley wrapped him up. James Reynolds also in the vicinity. Good defense there from the Warriors. And that'll make it 3rd and 10 as the Phantoms did get those 2 lost yards back on that play. 3rd and 10. Got to have a stop here for the boys in white. Third and long, 2 safeties back deep, Smith and Clark. And we've got motion. Did somebody move? It's still a live play. And it is caught by Lowell, and he might go all the way on this one. Touchdown on a broken play as about half of the players on the field had stopped, but there wasn't a whistle that I could hear, and so the Phantoms kept playing. And Lovett connects deep with Michael Lowell, who makes one move and takes that one into the end zone, but we'll see what the official word is. By the Phantoms' reaction, it sounds like a touchdown. Warriors defensive players very frustrated. As you see some of them discussing the call with the official. And the end result is a big passing touchdown. That's going to make it 26-0 in favor of Flag City. As they will likely line up for 2 as they have so far with every other PAT tonight. I stand corrected. They will attempt the point after here. Number 98, Kobe Kristoff, lining this one up. Snap and hold are good. Almost blocked. And that one will miss wide left. There is a flag on the play. And the penalty appears to be on the defense. We also have an injured player on the field, so we're going to have a little break in the action here as there's an injured Warrior getting looked at. Hopefully it's nothing serious. So a tough sequence of events there for the Warriors. As when we look, well, first and foremost, Joshua Wally, the injured player, is up on his feet, so that is a great sign. Walking to the sideline. So that is great news, but an unfortunate play there from the reactions of the Warrior defense. It looked like they thought someone on the Phantom side had jumped. Thought there was a false start of some kind. Phantoms continued on with the play and were able to find pay dirt deep down the field. Here's a snap, the kick. And that one is blocked. So the PAT is no good, and the score will hold at 26-0 Phantoms, as the Warriors look to stop the bleeding and get some points on the board in this next possession. Three minutes, 23 seconds remain in this third period, as it has been all Phantoms in this one. It was a close game early on the first half. Only 2 scores separated this team, and both were on big plays, one on an arguably broken play. But since the second half has started, it has been all Phantoms here. Both teams are set as Christoph gets ready to kick this one off. It's a bit of a high kick, going to be caught just inside the 40. Treshawn Bradley with the catch. And it appears there is another flag on the play. And it was off sides, so we are going to do the kickoff again here, folks. Vino Smith and Ace Henley back there. As Christoph is set, we'll do this kick again. And this one will shoot out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So that'll give the Warriors some good starting field position for this next drive. Lima locals, if you're hungry after the game, check out Frickers of Lima for some incredible chicken wings. Tonight's game also brought to you by Wilson Footballs, Josh's Under 10 Dealership, RTA Transport, Todd Sturgeon Photography, Audacity Entertainment, and, of course, Carnage Media Pay-Per-View. Looks like we've got Nelson in at quarterback here as he's going to heave this one to the left, and that one falls short of the intended receiver, Twig Johnson, as we see a little extracurricular activity there in the trenches. Appear to be no penalties on the play, but Yeah, we saw Nelson warming up a little bit at halftime as quarterback. He was throwing the ball around a little bit. When we saw that trick play earlier in the second half that the Warriors ran, I thought maybe that was the reason for it, but it looks like he is getting a couple of snaps here at quarterback as well. He's already showed some incredible athleticism in this game, made some big plays in the receiving game. Made some big plays with his feet. Let's see what he can do with his arm here as he has an errant snap he's got to pick up, tries to scoop it, inevitably has to fall on it, and that's going to lose a big chunk of yards and put the Warriors back down to their own 18-yard line. As Clark checks into the game, we've got Johnson, Clark. I believe we saw number 4, Porfirio Sutton. And now we've got some chatting back and forth as the 2025 MVP of last year, Tevin Redmond, had some words for the sideline, and a couple of Warriors decided to leave the sideline and walk onto the field. So we'll see what the official call is on this. We've talked about the rivalry between these two programs, and while things have gotten away from the Warriors here in this game, you can certainly see that there is no love lost between these two teams. And there is more laundry on the field there. Hopefully the officials are able to get things back in order here. It does seem to be a little unnecessary for this much back and forth in a 26-point game. Bear with me, folks. I'm at a loss as to what is going on here. The officials have begun to walk off the field. And I think they may have called this one. I know we've got some rain coming in, so I don't know if that impacted the decision here. But there you have it, folks. We see the handshake line beginning. This game has been called at 26-0 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So the Flag City Phantoms are victorious. And the Warriors will look to get things back on track next week as they travel up to Grand Rapids. So an unfortunate way to see things end. But your final score here, Flag City 26 to Lima 0. And we want to give one more shout out, show the appreciation for our sponsors. Trinity Trifecta, who provides the uniforms for the Warriors, Audacity Entertainment, and Ethan, who does a great job running the PA announce system, Wilson Footballs, RTA Transport, Frickers of Lima, Josh's Under 10 Dealership, and Todd Sturgeon Photography. This broadcast brought to you in part by Carnage Media Pay-Per-View, who has provided us with the broadcast equipment. So if you are a fan of combat sports, MMA, boxing, kickboxing, any of that type of stuff, or if you're a pro wrestling fan, be sure to check out Benchmark Pro Wrestling on youtube.com at Carnage Media PPV. Don't forget to follow the Lima Warriors Facebook page for updates on everything in the world of the Warriors. I've been Kev Nevick. We will see you soon on the next Lima Warriors broadcast and hope you have a great rest of your weekend.